Hello friends. After unification of FIDE and PCA in 2006, Viswanathan Anand won the World Chess Championship in 2007. However, few people questioned its validity due to the round-robin format. So, the World Championship title won by Anand versus Vladimir Kramnik in 2008 made him undisputed world champion. Let us check out Game 5, which is very exciting, classic, instructive game. Kramnik with white pieces opens the pawn to d4. Anand replies with d5. After c4, Anand goes for c6. Slow defense. We have knight to f3, knight to f6, knight to c3, e6, e3, and knight b to d7. Pretty much standard logical moves. Here, Kramnik has various choices like queen to c2, bishop to d3, bishop to e2, b3, etc. He decides to go for bishop to d3. Anand captures on c4 as it forces white to waste a tempo. After bishop takes c4, b5, bishop to d3, we have a6 by Anand, preparing c5. Kramnik takes more space in the center with e4. Anand strikes with c5. Kramnik goes e5, attacking Anand's knight. Can you find the best move here? It is c takes d4, counter-attacking instead of defending the knight. Of course, both Kramnik and Anand are well prepared in the opening. Here, e takes f6 is not good for white, as after d takes c3, f takes g7, and bishop takes g7, black is better and he is pawn up and ahead in development. So, Kramnik goes for knight takes b5. We have a takes b5, e takes f6, g takes f6. Here, bishop takes b5 is obviously a blunder due to pin a5 check. Knight takes d4 is possible, but after pin b6, black gets good compensation due to active pieces and open g5. So, Kramnik goes for castle. Anand goes queen to b6, protecting d4 and b5 pawns. Also preparing bishop to b7. Kramnik plays queen to e2, putting more pressure on the b5 pawn. If black tries to hold on to the b5 pawn, white gets good piece activity and compensation. For example, if bishop to a6, then a4, b takes a4, and rook takes a4, and white has good compensation. Or if rook to b8, then bishop to f4. So instead, Anand develops bishop to b7. After bishop takes b5, Anand goes rook to g8, developing rook on semi-open g5, staring at Kramnik's king. Kramnik develops bishop to f4. Anand challenges it with bishop to d6, and Kramnik retreats bishop to g3. As bishop takes d6, queen takes d6 can be risky due to semi-open g5 and black's center control. Exchanging bishops with bishop takes g3 is not good for Anand, as it closes the semi-open g5. Anand finds an excellent move f5, threatening f4. The position is very sharp, dynamic, and full of tactical ideas at every move. For example, if Kramnik goes rook f to d1, which looks logical attacking the d4, then after f4, bishop to h4, rook to a5, bishop takes d7, and king takes d7, Anand has a big advantage due to much more active pieces. So Kramnik goes rook f to c1. After f4, bishop h4, Anand calmly retreats bishop to e7. as he has done his job on d6. Also, it prevents potential mating ideas on back rank by white. We have a4, bishop takes h4, knight takes h4, king to e7. Black is threatening rook takes g2, knight takes g2, rook g8. So Kramnik plays rook to a3 so that the rook controls third rank and can swing to appropriate file when needed. Anand replies with rook a to c8. His rook was no longer serving purpose on a8 and he needs to challenge Kramnik's rook on the c file. After rook takes c8, rook takes c8, rook a1, covering back rank, Anand finds a nice move, queen to c5. He is firmly controlling the open c file. Also, the queen can swing over to the king side at the right time. We have queen g4 by Kramnik, probably preventing rook g8. Anand goes queen to e5, protecting the pawns and also planning knight f6 and rook g8. Kramnik plays knight to f3, attacking Anand's queen, and as the knight was not doing much on h4, Anand goes queen to f6, planning knight to e5. Kramnik prevents it with rook to e1. Anand plays rook to c5, as he still wants knight e5 and probably he wants to provoke b4. Kramnik attacks rook with b4. Anand goes rook to c3. Here, Kramnik blunders with knight takes d4. Probably he thought that after queen takes d4, he has rook to d1. However, here Anand has a nice move. Can you find it? Yes, knight to f6 and Kramnik is a piece down. After rook takes d4, knight takes g4, rook d7 check, king to f6, rook takes b7. It looks like Kramnik recovered the piece and looks fine due to connected pass pawns. However, Anand finishes the game in style. He goes rook c1 check. After bishop f1, Kramnik looks okay. However, Anand finds one of the greatest moves in the chess history. Can you find it? It is knight to e3. Brilliant move. After f takes e3, Kramnik resigns as Anand is completely winning. In this game, Anand created very dynamic positions with plenty of tactical ideas. He managed to put consistent pressure on Kramnik by finding complex plans. Although Kramnik tried his best to counter, finally when he slipped, Anand pounced on it with a brilliant classical finish. Anand later went on to win the World Championship with 6.5 versus 4.5 score. Hope you enjoyed this game.